I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? I was a little delayed because I decided to put up our Christmas decorations tonight. As you can see, we've got our little ornaments, our little disco ball ornaments. So hopefully y'all like those. But I'm going to put up a little bit of a thing in the lifeboat group tomorrow just to let everybody know what we're doing with this cookie I got cookie connection running through my head and Christmas connection with the Christmas connection so people know what time. I just relaxed today. Tired from the trip. And I just needed to I was so tired. I really was. But I thought, well, I'll be a few minutes behind and it's a little nippy outside. So I thought I'd bundle it up to put up our disco balls. Don't they look cute? I love them. They're just in the package. Aren't they adorable? Little disco balls. We have to have our disco balls, right? And then we have our ornament from We Packed a Shoebox. So that's on there from Samaritan's Purse. They gave us that when we dropped off our goodness gracious, when we dropped off our shoebox. So I thought I'll put that up and hang that up so people can see. I may have to move it. Kind of reflects in the light. You can't see it. But anyway, isn't this adorable? So the fall leaves are gone and it's Christmas, right? So yeah, that's what I thought. Right, give me just a minute, guys. Let's make sure that kind of share this out a little bit. People know what we're doing. I hope everybody's doing well. I've just been as everybody can understand, I've been tired because of the trip. you know. So anyway, but so I'll share it out. I hope everybody's doing well. Hi Foothills, do you like the fall leaves are gone and the disco balls are up? And I thought, well, those were from the monetization party, so we'll keep them up because they just look like fun. And I have a snowman that I'm going to hang on the other side that says, let it snow. Got to have my snowman. But aren't these adorable? I think these are so cool. We got to do our disco ball saying, right? So these are so cool, but we got our ornaments. I'm telling you, this blanket is coming very handy in a way I didn't think it was going to come in handy. So I got the bows and I was going to do the bows separate. I'm like, I should put the bows and attach them so it looks like the disco balls are hanging from the bows. So anyway, that is on the wall. So I just did that. I just got done. I thought, well, I'll be a few minutes behind and we'll have our ornaments because I can't have things. Isn't that cute? What a great idea. I'm telling you. So anyway, we got our ornaments up. We are ready to rock and roll with Christmas, that's for sure. So I am just spreading us out and let us people know we're on. Hi, Sandy. So I thought, well, I'll put it up. I'll put the things. I had such a hard time, and I don't quite know why, going to sleep last night. I think I was just wound up from the trip, and it took me a while to go to sleep. It just took me a while to kind of. I gotta go to sleep. I just had such a hard time, and I did end up taking a nap today because I was tired, but that's okay. I feel much more rested, which is exactly what I want to feel. I want to feel rested, I'm telling you. But we really did have such a lovely time. We did. We enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm glad that he got to you know, be with his family and see his grandmother who's getting elderly and so forth. And then Christina really connected with some of her cousins, which was nice. I just wish Jared uh, could be there, but he was, due to some family reasons, he had to choose not to. But he let Christina go, and we just had a special time. And then, I, you know, that the trip to Danville, um, was was I'm very glad that I went and that we went and she got to see. It was hard going back and seeing some of those things that were difficult. It was a town that had some good memories, but a town full of a lot of difficult times. Hi, Handcraft by J- Jackie. We got rid of the Christmas. We got rid of the fall, and we got the Christmas disco balls up. I think they're just darling. I think they're darling. So I don't know. I'm almost thinking about kind of doing that in a separate live. I'm just letting people know we're live. I'm kind of thinking about doing it separately of because I feel like it may be something that needs to happen that way. Um, I don't know yet. um, so we'll see. We will see kind of how that goes. I just we're gonna see. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. Whether I'm going to do it separately, just because there's a story behind it, and I don't know if I want to tell it, but I want to do it in a way that is non-triggering for anybody, and I also want to do it in a way that people can hear the story. And I don't know if this is the right setting for it, so it very well may be another live that we talk about it at another time. And I think I'm still processing through. And Christina said, Mom, I just understood your story so much better after you told the places and so forth. She said, I saw it all in your face, so that was good. um and we are still looking for Christmas or cookie recipes. You do not have to have any kind of content on your channel to participate. We have enough. Hi. Hi. You'll have to tell me your name again. I don't want to say it wrong. Shady Woods Crocheting. I hope I said that right. Hi, Jamie Country Living. How are you doing? Um, oh, she's not on this live. I was reading. I'm in another little bit that I have to be in, but she's on another live. Gail's doing another live. So anyway, but she's a great channel. And I think I'm still processing through kind of my emotions of being back in that town again. And I don't know if I've processed through all of them, but she said, Mom, I understood you a lot better. And we had some talk. There was some things I told her. I said, Christina, this is between you and I. And this is to stay between you and I. But I wanted her to understand because it was part of her story. But we are still looking for cookie recipes. There is some great cookie recipes, guys. And there's some more coming out. There was one that came out tonight. I forgot who came out tonight. Life in the Piedmont. She was the one that came out tonight. And then we have a playlist. Hi, James. How are you? We have a playlist of all the cookie recipes so far. We have enough till the 5th. And I was planning to kind of do something, get some videos done today that have to get done for certain things. And I was just too tired. I thought I've got to take today easy. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I thought I've got to just take it easy. And that's what I did. We took it easy. And I have to put this in the codes. But here's the playlist for all the cookie recipes so far. And again, you do not have to have it on your channel to submit or to submit a recipe. Yes. Don't have to have content on your channel. That is the playlist so far. And if you guys haven't, if you can do me the favor of going and go through and just watch go through and watch the doing that. Go through and watch some of the cookie recipes for me. If you haven't had a chance to do that on the shorts, I would really appreciate it. You know, I've had such a joy kind of doing some of them because not only have I been able to get the stories from them, but I've also been able to they've been able to pick out the song for the cookie recipe. So then the cookie recipe reflects for the personality of the person. And so Awakened by the Looking Glass picked out the song from White Christmas about blessing. She said she used to sing that to her children. And Miss Dragon did Father Christmas by the Kinks. I had never heard that song. So it's been such a great thing to go through and see the personality come through and the stories that come through for the cookie recipes. So I'm going to do one. Christina has one coming out on the 5th, and then I don't have any more. I know Sandy says she sent one over, and it's a bread recipe, and that's fine. I'll take that. And I am going to put one up on the 6th, and that is going to be a recipe from my mother in memory of when my grandparents lived next door to there was a friend of mine. Her name is Kim, and her brother and Jane and Bill. She used to make these cookies, and she decorated them, guys, beautifully. I did them one year, and I'm telling you, I did pitiful compared to the way Jane did them. I mean, they were gorgeous, but they were so good. And so I went ahead and I'm going to upload that for the 6th. And then we'll have, if Sandy sent her recipe over so far, we'll make sure Sandy gets her channel up. So we'll do one for Mama of Blessed to Crochet. And then I figured this way, somebody can see you don't have to have content on your channel to submit it. And that's what I wanted to do, to make sure that anybody could participate in it. So we'll do that. But if you haven't had a chance to go through and just play those shorts in full, maybe leave a comment. If you have submitted a cookie recipe, go ahead and share the playlist on your channel and tag Blessed to Crochet. If you submitted a cookie recipe, go ahead and tag us in it and share your cookie recipe on a community post. And I don't think with the shorts you can do it. I guess I should check, right? Let's check this. So hold on a second. We're going to test this live. Guys, this is all. The magic's happening in the chat. It's not happening with me. Remember that. Let's just test this out for a second. Okay, you cannot do, if you have a channel, just so you know, you cannot you can't share. Hi, Jake. You cannot share you cannot if you hit share, you have to go ahead and just copy link and go ahead and take that link and put it on a community post. But then you can, and then you can put great recipe, and then you can go ahead and share it. So I'm doing good. Have you seen the trailer video? I need to upload the trailer video because I forgot to put my others living my best life in it. But did you see the trailer video I was able to do for my monetization, Jake, with your song that you made us? I loved it. I loved it. You're doing okay? I don't know if you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and play it for a moment so you can see it. But hopefully you have. I'll go ahead and play it if you haven't seen it. And I need to fix it because I need to use the second one I did, not the first one. But if you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and play it. He does amazing. But okay, you've seen it? Awesome. I'm so glad. And we'll play that from time to time because I just love it. Eventually, when the cookie recipe goes out, that's going to be the trailer on our channel, is that video. And then I'll get rid of the cookie recipe. But you want to play it? Okay. Well, James wants to play it, so we're going to play it. All right. We got a request. This is all about the connection. If my computer will be nice to me. Good computer. Good computer. But just go ahead and share the short on your channel and tag us. That'd be great. Share share the playlist and so forth, and be a great way to get those cookie recipes out. And if you haven't gone and just watched them, then go ahead and watch them. We're waiting for my computer's as slow as I am today. All I can do is I had to rest. I was just so tired. All right, here we go, guys. Where is it? Okay, here it is. We'll do this one. This is Jake's song. He did a great job. I just did the video to put with it. By request.
Needles in hand create the strands. Yarns and colors at my command. Blessed to crochet the magic land. Crafting dreams with every band. Hook and loop we twist and twine. Patterns yet we don't decline. A skein of wool, a pure gold mine. In this craft we brightly shine. Blessed to crochet we make it grand. From a single thread to something planned. Woven hearts in a magic strand. Join us tight in this vibrant band. Colors blended, a lively spree. Every stitch a symphony. Patterns flowing wild and free. With each row our spirits flee. Stars and blankets cozy warm. Wrapped in love against the storm. Each creation a new norm. In this world we're to transform. Blessed to crochet we make it grand. From a single thread to something planned. Woven hearts in a magic strand. Join us tight in this vibrant band.
We watch full monetized. Thank you. You are fully monetized. How about that? Huh? Bless your crochet. Congratulations. How cool is that, everybody? Huh? That is so cool. Good for you. You know, never had a doubt. Never had a doubt. And I love the message. It's a beautiful, beautiful ripple that you're putting out into the world. I love that. I do. Couldn't be happier for you. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Can you guys hear me now? Until I get the computer here to work, we'll deal with this. At least you'll see me. Hi, Juan. We're doing okay. The computer forgot how to work. Yes, I know I need a new computer. I know I need a new computer. However, it's about an $800 to $900 expense, and I have a son-in-law, thank goodness, that knows how to do all that wonderful stuff, and he will go ahead and this computer is impossible to really add anything into it or upgrade it or anything. It's not older than Christina, but it's old, and it has a laptop hard drive in it, which is not the best. And so we will get eventually to the point where we can get that expense, and then he will go ahead and build it. He is great with computers. And I thought about just going out and trying to just pick up a computer that would be, inexpensive. However, I thought, is it going to do everything that I need to do? At least if I have him build it, I have a Geek Squad in the family. I don't have to take it to Geek Squad or do anything like that. And, all right, so I can at least see if my camera will work. And I can go ahead and, the camera was not working, and I don't know why. It's telling me it was. Okay, well, let's see. Hold on a sec. Trying to get this one. But let's see if using my phone. I have Inspire. Why it's not? There we go. It's finally decided it wants to work. See if we have. Let's turn off the. What is it? No, I don't. Believe me, I'm trying to figure this out. Why is it? I wonder if my settings are. There I go. There we go. Now you can hear me. And I thought about doing that. Thank you, Teresa. I thought about doing that, but then I thought, you know what? That doesn't make any sense. Spend $300 or $400 on a computer that'll kind of get me by. Hopefully you can hear me now. and get me by, and then get us by at least, and then have to put more money into a computer. So we're just going to go through this as best we can. You can't hear me now? Why not? I thought let's see. Audio, I'm telling you. It should. Me now? Oh, you have sound? Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? No sound? I can hear myself because I've got myself over here. No sound? I can hear myself because I've got myself over here. So can everybody hear me? Sandy, can you hear me? People can hear me. Loud and clear. I'm echoing. Why am I echoing? Because I don't have myself in the thing anymore. Oh. I'd like to know why everything can't just be easy. Easy, easy, easy. Let's do that one. Can everybody hear me now and we don't have any echoing? You're good? All right, no more echoing. Good. I don't like to hear myself twice. So you like the disco balls? The people that came in, I got the disco balls. But thank you, Living Large. I thought about it, guys. I did. There was times I get really frustrated with this computer. I think I am done. I'll just go out and spend the money. Another time I'll just go out and spend the money, right? And I just thought, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. And I'll just put a little money. It may take me a while for us to get the money to put aside to give him, the money, and say, here, build me a computer. But at least if he builds me a computer, I know it's going to be better than anything that I can get in the store. And at least I know if I have any problems, I just call him and say, hello, son-in-law. Supposed to help us. Exactly. And again, if you're coming in and you would like to submit a cookie recipe, here's the form. You do not have to have content on your channel. And if you have had a cookie recipe that you have submitted, do me the favor of going ahead and taking that short and going ahead and putting it on your channel. Just go ahead and share, copy link, and go ahead and take that link. Tag us, our channel in your post. But go ahead and share your cookie recipe. Go ahead and share the playlist for all of the cookie recipes so far. And we need more cookie recipes, guys. I mean, come on. We got to have, I'm just loving them. I'm loving the stories. And some of them are like, some of them are just as simple as, you know what? I won this as I did this cookie recipe and I got it at a fair and I got a blue ribbon. And some of them are just very simple, and they're not, some of them have great memories behind them. Some are this, as to me, those are just as precious as, these are really good cookies. Try them. I love the songs that are coming, the people that have chosen the songs with them. It's just, I'm really having a lot of fun. And I'm doing it. Heaven's Fire put in one, Another Time put in one. That one's up. I don't think Heaven's Fire's come out yet. Christina submitted one. She used to, and I remember this, my grandmother used to give her the Hershey Kisses to unwrap. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm loving the songs. That I think adding the songs to the short and letting the person choose the song really makes it so much more personable. I'm just loving it. And we'll be doing this every year. And I'm going to leave we'll do cookie 25. And if anybody has any suggestions how to make it better, but I'm going to leave the link up throughout the year because the shorts are a little bit more involved than I thought they were going to be to do. But guys, I'm enjoying doing them tremendously, and really finding out that I hope that people that see the shorts come up will read the story or read the little thing that says, what have you, and realize that not only is a story, but the song is coming with the choice of it. And then that's another way that they can have a little bit of connection with whatever channel or person submits it. Cookie Monster song, right, James? So is good enough for me. There will be on the 5th, I'm doing a collaboration with, I think, Living Life in the Piedmont. I've been on her channel. Hi, Mary King. And we are doing gifts from home. And when we were at his father's, I got to tell you that story, guys. Oh, my goodness. You got some Kleenexes? You got some Kleenexes? We were at, this will lead perfectly in it, when we were at his father's get together on Saturday in Indiana, we went in and she gave us this adorable thing. And I was going to do one thing for the gifts from home, but I'm going to do this because you guys are going to love it. Now, for any of our members, there are 2 members only videos that are coming out because there's something going, some kind of promotion going on for some content creators through YouTube, and I'm going to participate in that. And then eventually, maybe next year before those come out. And it's also our way of just, thanking all of our members for all their amazing support. So those will come out. Those will only be for members. And I just hope people will understand on that. But the other one will be available to you all for, the availability for you to see. This thing is adorable, what his aunt did. But anyway, let's lead into the story now. Back in 2019, when we first moved to Cincinnati, him and his father really didn't have much communication, but he got in touch, my husband, Mr. Blaster Crochet, with his aunt, which is his father's sister. And they started talking to each other. Well, they have a Lawson party that happens every year. And so, she said to us, why don't you come to that? Because we were already in Indiana and we just decided we'll stay with his aunt, his other aunt on his mother's side. And we did. And we went to the party. Well, we came into the party not realizing, right, that, oh, I'm so sorry, Jake. Not realizing, right, that his father was there. He hadn't seen him in years. And he saw him when he was little, for a brief time, and he realized it was his father. And so we walked in, and there's his father. And I was holding a cake. I about dropped the cake on the floor because everybody was shocked that he was there. So he showed up in 2019. He showed up in 2021. He missed 20. And then we were unsure if he was going to show up this year. No. We moved in 2019. No, it wasn't 2019. It was maybe 2020 or something like that. I think it was 2020. I can't remember. I know it was 2019, and then he's missed a couple years. We missed 2021 because we were all sick with the C, or 20. And then he missed 2021, and he came to 2022 and 2023's party. Well, we were unsure if he was going to be there because last month, Josh's stepmother, which is his father's wife, passed away very unexpectedly. I mean, it was just like that. And so we were unsure if he was going to be there or not, but he was. So we walked in and he saw me, and I said, "Hi, Michael," and so forth. And Christina was there. And so Josh came in and sat down and talked with him and so forth. And they really only talk at the Christmas party and pretty much see. Michael is not one of those people that's on the phone and likes to talk and all that kind of stuff. So Christina came up to me. Of course, now Christina is this year was adopted by Josh. And so she said, "What am I supposed to call him?" Because Josh hasn't even got to the point to call him Dad yet. And she said, "I really would like to ask if I can call him Grandpa." And I said, "Well, ask." She said, "But I want to ask Dad," which I thought was very sweet of her to want to ask, her dad if it was okay if she called him Grandpa. And so he said, "I don't mind." And so it took a while. Christina would never ask. So my husband had to be the one to ask. And so eventually my dad, Josh said to, his dad, "Is it okay if Christina calls you Grandpa?" And so, Michael just said to Christina, "Well, you can call me anything, but don't call me late for dinner." And so she came over. I said, "Well, why don't you just, go put your hand on his shoulder and say, 'Hi, Grandpa.'" And so, um, well, thank you very much, James, for stopping in. And so anyway, um, she came over and she put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Hi, Grandpa, I love you." And he sat there and he said to Christine, he says, "I love you too." Well, you could have knocked us over with a freaking feather. And one of his other sisters, I said, "You're not going to believe it." But Michael allowed Christina call her Grandpa. And he says, the eyes got as big as saucers and said, "My brother?" And I said, "Yes, your brother." They were floored, and even more floored that he said to Christina, "I love you" back. And I thought, you know what, people, if you were holding holding a grudge, or if you were have somebody that you haven't forgiven, because Michael wasn't in Josh's life. He wasn't. And he told him at one point that he was a mistake, and he wasn't there for him. He sent child support, but he wasn't there as dad. And Josh extended out. He was never expecting to ever meet him, and he showed up at the party, the first one in 2019, and I guess Michael had asked a couple people, "Should I go?" And they all said to him, they said, "Michael, you need to go and make up with your son." And that was the first start, but it was so sweet. And I didn't get any pictures of it, and I wish I had, but I almost felt like I didn't want to push either, because he's just lost his wife, and 45 years. And so at one point Michael was having a little trouble getting up, and Josh extended his hand to Michael and helped him up. And I thought, and Josh says, I said, "Well, what about calling him Dad?" He said, "I didn't want to push it, but he said, saying I'll ask him." And I said, "He may not have told you that he loved you, but he told you indirectly through Christina." I thought, sometimes just doing it. Christina was floored. I was floored that Michael even said to Christina, "I love you." That was just so what an amazing thing. And to see these two men, Josh just taking his dad's hand, and picking him up and lifting him up. I thought, and I know Josh, if something ever happened to his father, we were in Cincinnati and something did happen, he was having an issue, we would have left and been right over at the hospital. And the same thing applies. I mean, if he's here in Indiana and something happened, we'd be over in Indiana very quickly. So he could be there for his dad. So, little things, just little things. He'll never have the kind of relationship with his dad that he has. And if you ask my husband who his father is, he'll say that the man who was the most special father to me was your father, which is my dad. He said that was the man that I learned how to be a dad from, and came beside me and blessed me and spent time with me and helped to mold me. And he said that was that. If you ask me who my dad is, it's my dad. He said that was he was an amazing man, and that's who came beside my husband and really mentored him. And just he would come in and he would just put his hand on his shoulder and say, "How you doing, big guy?" And they had such a wonderful relationship. But he'll never have that father and daughter or father and son relationship. But there's healing happening, not only for my husband through what is happening, but through Michael himself. There's healing. And hi, Danielle. And just people are just sitting there and they're going, "I can't believe it that my they were all I mean, mouths dropped." His other sister, uh Josh, called up and said, "Just so you know, Michael said that he loved Christina too," and everything was coming out. So little things are happening, with all that. And it's good to see. I'm happy to see it, not only for him but for Michael. It's time. Put the old stuff in the past. And I'm telling you, you sit, and Christina and I kind of sat and let him and Josh have their time, because he doesn't have a lot of time with them. But healing. And it was just tremendous, tremendous. It was amazing. So again, on the 5th, I will have a playlist. And I don't hear myself. Well, there we go. And I don't hear myself. Well, there we go. Thank you all for being patient while my computer decides whether it's wanting to work. I wonder if the disco balls are. These are so much fun. They are so much fun. Oh my goodness. They are so much fun. So I'm so glad I was able to do that. Let's see. So that was an amazing I'm back for now. I'm back for now. I'm looking at like a mini little computer. I don't know if those things are any good. I should ask my computer expert in the family, right? Just need something that boots up and that'll stay on longer than 5 seconds. But you know what? If it proves anything, guys, it proves that the magic happens in the chat. It doesn't happen anywhere else but that. It happens right in the chat where it needs to be in there. But they have these little mini computers. I don't know if they're any good. Here's one. I wonder if I get that and just hook it to something, whether it would help to. I wonder what this is. Something to think about, right? Just trying to make sure that it can, if as long as it lasts. It's amazing how small the computers have gotten when you look at them. It's absolutely amazing. I think he sent me one. He said, that's all you need. My son-in-law. I'll have to see. I'll have to see if it'll help. I get frustrated with my computer and I'm like, guys, eventually. That was that. I know he sent me. Maybe it is this one. But I have to go on Amazon and do shopping. I think it is this one. See what the Cyber Monday is. Yeah. It's the same thing. They have one for not too bad. I just don't know how. Would have no idea how to hook it up. None whatsoever. I guess you could hook it up to this. I don't know. It's a little tiny computer. It's amazing what they're doing with all the computer stuff today. But we'll see. We will see, right? I mean, it's just, to me, it's amazing. All the different computer things, and you just think to myself, my goodness. Here's a Pro Mini. I mean, it's like they're the tiniest computers. And it's supposed to be a computer, desktop computer, and just the smallest little thing you can imagine. See, now it's finally, I think it was just like, oh, you went away and you didn't turn me on for a couple days. It hasn't been on in a week. I forgot how to work. That's my initial thing. It forgot how to work. Came with active Windows. Who knows? We're going to just keep praying. But it's something that will have to happen as the channel grows for sure. It's going to have to be one that's going to have to take place. Let's keep going. I thought, I'm so thankful Josh got me, what is it? He got me that computer, the Chromebook, because if push comes to shove, I can put everything in the Chromebook. I've got a good camera, which is this. I'm glad I invested in that. And I could set up the Chromebook here and it will be just fine. So if anything happens, then we've got the Chromebook, and it makes it difficult because of the setup, the way that I have it. The camera doesn't want to sit right, but we'll make it work. You do what you have to do for whatever time. I'm just keep going along with it and saying, okay, God's got me, right? He's got all of us, and I'm thankful for it. And if we can't afford it now, maybe down the road we will, and it'll happen. Right? You can't do everything. I'm going to have to fix this ornament because you all can't see that. And I want everybody to see. Take it down for a minute so you all can see. They included that in with the shoe boxes, and I thought that was so cool. And it says I, but it took us. We packed one. And they put that in there, and I thought that is so cool that they put that ornament in there. And then I have a snowman. You can't see it that way. So I thought I'd put it up here, but it looks like I'm going to have to stick it like here or something so people can kind of see it. But at least I can take it down pretty easily. But it was emotional to figure I can take that down to show people that. I think that's so cool. It was an emotional thing for his dad, but I appreciate, even though the stream was a little bit choppy, I want you all to get this. And I want you to understand, if during the computer ain't gonna like me by the end of this year, if there are times throughout these streams that we have this issue, I want you all to remember something. The magic doesn't happen with me. It happens with all of you in the chat. I'm just turning on the magic button, right? And I'm just here to facilitate it. So if I go out and it's still running and it's blank, I want you to remember one thing. The magic is in the chat. I don't need to be here. I'm here and I get to communicate with you all and I have connection with you all and I'm thankful for it. But if something happens and I step away, don't stop talking in the chat. I have my phone. I can interact with you all that way. But realize the importance of connection that is happening within the chat. The magic is happening there. It's not behind the camera. I'm just the person. It's all bundled up in my pashmina, and I'm just here facilitating the connection. I'm just opening up my house saying, come in, make those connections, make those friendships, build those relationships. And for the people that say you cannot make connections through this way, that's baloney. You can. Absolutely 100%. Some of the dearest friends that I have right now are through this. It's like I am so sore from not sleeping in my own bed. Um, I had to do a little bit more than I usually do because of Josh's knee. My whole body does not like me today at all. And it's letting me know that I have got to rest. So on a day like today, this is probably the only connection outside of my family that I'm going to have, and I'm grateful for that. And you guys help to facilitate that. And so I am so grateful for that. So don't forget about it. Don't forget. I know these are what are they from? I'm going to forget them too. And they're reversible. They're ones we've got them in all different kind of colors, and I love them. Cuddle Duds, and I got them for Christmas, and I was wearing one, and Mocha was on the thing, and she was going like this, and I literally had to take my Christmas gift off, and give her the pashmina. I had to give it to her, and then I had to go buy her one. That dog, she loves these type of blankets. So if I'm cold, sometimes this is all I need just to put on and wrap up and be all snuggly, because what temperature is it outside today? Well, let's plug her on in. Should be. It'll tell you exactly what temperature because we have the weather. Hi, Crafty Witch. How are you? You stopped in and said hi. But my whole body wants to tell me how mad it is at me. Believe me. It wants me to know, you did way too much. And I really kind of stayed off. I wasn't in the lifeboat today very much. I woke up late because I had a very hard time falling asleep. And I just thought, I really, except for this, I thought, and I've got to get this blanket I'm working on done. That is something I have got to get done. I have to remember which way it is because it's been a while since I've typed in weather. No, I don't want you up. Is that it? Or is it this one? I couldn't remember if I did the space between it or not. I couldn't remember. It's one of the two. But I thought I just needed some time to just decompress. And I have that blanket that's due. I've got to give it to the people in church. Oh, here it is. It is. It's dot. If you want to know what your weather it is, exclamation point weather and your explanation. So Mansfield conditions are cloudy with temperatures 25 degrees, -4 Celsius. The wind is blowing at the west at 7 miles an hour. And currently the humidity is 66. So it's 25 degrees outside. So I've got to get these blankets done because I've got to bring them to church on Sunday. And I may have to see about going to my doctor in the next week or something, because this foot, if I turn the foot that I hurt, however I decided to hurt it, I don't even know how I hurt it. But if I turn it the right way, I did it when we were in Indiana and I was laying on the air mattress. I turned my foot a certain way, and I took everything for me not to scream. It doesn't hurt walking, but every once in a while when I move it a certain way, man alive, does it still hurt. I don't know what I did. We have some new emojis up for the people that are interested. We've got, I don't know if you can tell, Sandy, but the tree kind of does a little bit of a jumpy jump. It's excited for Christmas. And the snowman is dancing a little bit. It's tilting a little bit. It's dancing. It's having fun. And I was hoping to have it in, and I don't have it in time, or I was hoping I ordered it. But if not, we'll get caught up. I'll kind of do up to the point where I've got to get the quotes too caught up. But it's talking about Advent and about every day was a little bit of a devotion in it, and I was planning to do that every day, but the material isn't here for me to do it. So I may have to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go ahead and do the videos for every day. So we're planning to do that too. But I thought I've got to rest today because tomorrow you've got to finish up the videos we need to do. Get those up so that they're ready to go. In the system for certain things, I've got one that has to be out on the 5th. We have one that has to be out on the 4th and one that has to be out on the 6th. And then I have to upload a cookie recipe on the 6th. And Sandy, did you fill out the form for the bread recipe? Because then you'll be on the 6th or the 7th. I haven't decided yet. Crafty, you've got to put in for a cookie recipe. Do you see? Tell Jason the disco balls are up on the wall. You tell him to come look. I've got the disco balls. I think these things are so cute. This is a stinking adorable. I love them with the little bows. Oh my goodness. They're so freaking cute. So cute. So cute. And then I was going to put a snowman up. I have that. But that I kind of doctored up a little bit. I have to go finish that. And I've got to clip some of these. I just kind of threw them up, but I think they look adorable. I think I got a bow upside down I got to fix, but the bow is, oops, oh, that won't work. I'll have to fix it. And I've been finishing up Perfect Strangers. Oh, that's going to be a tilted bow. That's okay. We're all a little tilted, right? They're so stinking cute. Really, really cute. I'm so glad I got these. I may not be able to use bows next year, but I can get the bows again. So cute. So cute. They're adorable. Well, you can tell him. He's putting up a Ring doorbell. You can tell him I've got the disco balls up. You got to show him. I did these just for one of the people I did them for was my brother, but for sure. But you all, I'm hoping my computer will stay in check and everything. But if it doesn't, please remember that if I drift out, right, keep talking in the chat. That's what it's all about. But we took down the three Thanksgiving emojis and we put up Christmas ones. And I have to go to Walmart tomorrow too. He loves them. I think they're so cute. I'm telling you, when I first put this up, I just used it. If you're a crocheter, I just used this basically to cover the wall because I didn't like the wall behind it. But this has come in so useful in a way I didn't think it was, to be able to put things like this. Like you could do something similar to this. You got a shirt with 12,000 views? Or short. Well, you're rocking up there with me, girl. Mocha's got one that's about 1,100. Wow, that's a lot. That's awesome. That's awesome, Crafty. But if you have a cookie recipe, I want it. But you could do a smaller version of this and hang it on the wall and then be able to do things like this and make an art piece out of it. It's absolutely wonderful. I have to go look at that short. But I think this is just adorable to be able to do something like this with a crochet thing behind. This, I thought, well, it'll just be a decorative piece, but it served for the fall leaves. And then when, what was it? When Valentine's Day comes around, we'll do Valentine's Day over here. And Easter comes around, we'll do some Easter themed stuff. I got to go grab my laptop and send the recipe. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Because I want recipes all. I was hoping to have more, but it's the first year of it. And so I hope next year will be even better. And we'll keep growing it. She's got the disco balls or the emojis going. That's awesome. I love them. I found an easier it didn't do it right. It showed the thing, but I guess when it did, it didn't put it up right. So it just shows it just shows the snowmen kind of tilted. So I think I'm going to have to fix that. It'll still be the same thing, but if it's not going to make it animated, then there's no need for it, because apparently it's not doing it. Well, that's good to know. I'll have to fix that. I'll have to fix the snowman. It'll still be the same thing. And if you can see it, the snowman's holding a disco ball. But so anyway, but I had to rest. I was really tired. I've got to get this blanket done. And I've got other blankets due, and I've got to get Christina's calendar done. But I can't focus on that this weekend. I've got to get the calendar done, and then hope to goodness gracious that the shipping for it will not be. I can get it here in time, but it's got to get done this weekend. So if I can get all the videos we need to do uploaded and ready to go tomorrow. That's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to work on this blanket when I get off. I'm probably not going to be on the boat tonight. Oh, I took a nap. I was exhausted after all the stuff we did and how busy we were. See, we got in the car. Josh is just not able to do as much with the knee. And I think that he's realizing that he needs to take, I finally said I love my husband, but I finally said to him, honey, you've got to start taking some active role in your health. I can't do it all. I just can't. And so he realizes that he needs to do more. And so we got to sleep at 2. We were up at 6 o'clock on Thursday, Thanksgiving morning. We're in the car by 7:30, 8 o'clock. We traveled for 5.5 hours. We went all day, and then we were in bed probably about 11 or 12 o'clock, somewhere around there. He got comfortable, got him all settled. I fell asleep as best I could because I love his aunt and uncle, but they sleep on very hard beds. And so about 2:30, his Dexcom went off, and I had to wake up and go get him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then at 5:30 in the morning, he woke up, and the air mattress we had him on literally was like, because he can't do their beds, it was literally his feet were here and he was down here. So I had to help him up. And then I fell back to sleep for a while. So it was a very broken sleep on Thursday. And then Friday, we decided, Christina said, Mom, why didn't you come out there? And they have a lovely fireplace. You can have just the ambiance or the heat. And she said, why didn't they have nice size big TV out there? She said, why don't we go out in the living room, bring the air mattress, set it up, and we can watch Santa Claus. So that's what we did. We watched the Santa Claus movie. And I'm sorry you had a migraine, but I hope it's better. Crafty. We said, you know what, I'll set it up, and this way we can have the air mattress. I don't think I stayed awake for very much of the movie. And because of the gastroparesis episode that he had that day, and his Dexcom was acting up, which tells us whether he's crashing or not, I was kind of nervous because he was going to sleep on the couch, just because it was more comfortable. I was kind of nervous about being in the bedroom and having him be in the living room by himself in case he needed me. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to come out here, and I set up the air mattress. We'll see how long this one stays afloat. And that one stayed, and it was comfortable. And he said, I fell asleep, and he said, I'm not going to wake her up. So I slept. I think I got up once during the middle of the night. And then the next night I said, Christina, Mom, let's do it again. So we did it again and watched another movie, which we really don't, now that she's married, get to do stuff like that as a family like we used to. So I literally went to sleep and I slept all the way through the night. I think I didn't even wake up hardly once. And so I got really good sleep on Saturday night. But then we were busy packing the car and getting home. And then for some reason, I could not go to sleep. I went to sleep at 10, woke up at 12:30. Thank you, Crafty. Woke up at 12:30. I look a lot more rested than yesterday. And then I finally fell asleep about 4 o'clock. I couldn't go back to sleep. So about 2:30, his Dexcom went off, and it was like, okay, you've got to get up because he was crashing. And then I thought, okay, I'm done. I'm hungry. So I'm not. Hi, Jason. You love them? You love the disco balls happening? I put them up. We got Christmas. And see, we got the ornament that says we packed we packed two. I'm going to put that on there somehow. We packed two, but I got the ornament from the Samaritan's Purse, and I got to track those and see if they're gone anyplace yet. We got the disco balls all over the place, right? And so I thought, well, I'm done. I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the I'll get up and get a cup of coffee. Which surprisingly, if I have a cup of coffee in the middle of the night, it'll put me back to sleep sometimes. I finally decided, well, I'll get a cup of coffee. And I had a cup of coffee and a Nutri-Grain bar. And then I thought, okay, I think I'm finally getting sleepy again. And Josh usually has the CPAP off. Well, he didn't put it back on after he ate the sandwich. So then he started snoring, and I'm like, oh, I'm destined to never go back to sleep until he wakes up. It's like 7 o'clock. I think I finally fell asleep, and then I woke up about 11. So I just haven't been, I did fall asleep. I took a nap this afternoon. I said to Josh, knock on wood, I said, this is the first year that we've gone. Every year we've come home and we all gotten sick, with a cold or something. And this year I kind of feel like that's not going to happen. And I will be very much appreciated if it doesn't. One year we went and we were there. And of course she had invited everybody, but she was sick. And then we got whatever his aunt got. So I'm hoping that that's exactly the way it's going to stay. Because I don't want it. If it's sick, keep away. I don't want it. But I said to Josh, I think the difference this year is we got rest. Last year, I mean, I'm one of those people that will sleep. We have Select Comforts, the only bed I can sleep on. And we sleep at a 35 out of 100. And so I literally had several of these with me. And I put them underneath me to try to pad it a little bit. I slept well. I said to Josh the night that we were there, I said to him Friday night, I said, I don't know how I'm going to sleep on the bed again. I said, he said, well, why don't you bring the air mattress out? And he said, well, we'll camp out there in the living room. And they won't mind. And they didn't. They understood. And I said, camp out here and we'll all sit and watch the movie. He said, we don't get this time with Christina like this now that she's married. And we did. We all sat around and watched the Santa Claus movie and, chit-chatted and talked and had the bed. And it was fun. I thought, that's a memory I'm going to remember. So it was worth it. And it was comfortable. And they didn't mind at all that I was out on the air mattress. And that worked. That worked. If Christina hadn't come with me, I have a wonderful, wonderful padding underneath my bed, and I would have brought that with us, and I'd have been dandy. I'd have been just fine to lay that on their bed. They have a very comfortable bed, and it's just a lovely room. Their house is just beautiful. They have a lovely guest room, and they open the house to us. I love his aunt his aunt. She just said to me, she gave me a big hug at the end of it. And she said, Mary, she said, thank you so much. She said, you take such good care of Josh. And she said, thank you for all you do. She just gave me this really extended hug, and she said, we just love you. She said, she just looked over at Josh and she said, you've got a diamond here. She said, you got a diamond. And she said, we just love you. She said, you take such good care of him and we're so thankful. His first wife was not the greatest and they didn't like her, but they loved me. So that meant a lot. She just gave me this long hug and she said, oh, thank you so much. She said, you take good care of him and we're all so grateful for what you do. So that was good. I was glad. And I love him. And we really couldn't go to the gap. My foot, see, I moved it a certain way. I didn't like it. We couldn't go to we're so thankful to them. And I brought them one of the towel rack things that hook over the oven that I made just to say thank you because they open their house to us. And it's a 5.5 hour drive. And then, we're there all day Thursday. We couldn't come back home. And if we had to stay in a hotel, we couldn't afford it. And then it's like, it's really special that he gets to go to his father's side of the party on the Thursday. They just happen to live in the same city. And so Columbus, Indiana, they all live in the same city. So without them opening their house, we couldn't do it. And so I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and they'll just say, our house is yours. Need anything in the refrigerator or anything like that, please, just anything is here. There's snacks in the pantry and they just have a lovely, lovely house. So I am beyond grateful for it. And, I'm thankful for the bed and the roof over our head for a couple days, and they let Josh, if Josh is more comfortable on the couch, they should sleep on the couch. We're fine with that, and they're fine. But it was nice. I'm glad we did that because, like I said, we don't get to do those things with Christina, and so I'll put up with the a little bit harder mattress than I'm used to because I'm just I enjoy his aunt and uncle tremendously, and I'm so grateful for their hospitality every year. They've done it since 2019 for us, and they've just opened their house to us, and I'm just so grateful. He's got a wonderful, wonderful family, and so they're the best. But I was kind of thankful. And I think too, and here's the other side note to that too as well. Mind you, for the past month, I've been on crutches. So there's a lot of part of my body that, we had the knee for 2 weeks and then we had the foot then I was off crutches for about a week and then we had the foot the last week. And so I've had about a month where I've had a lot of time where I haven't moved a lot because it hurts. I was on crutches and my body was hurting. So my body's a lot more sore than normal and what it normally is. It's always sore no matter what with the fibromyalgia. But it's just a little bit more on that side. So, I usually do okay. You'll see it because I went outside in cold weather for you to see and live on a beautiful community with a beautiful lake, beautiful pond or lake, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful, beautiful, and lovely place. And so, I think if I hadn't had that, I would have been okay with not a problem in the bed. But I think because of, having the crutches and then for the month and the foot and the knee, I think that's why I was a little bit more tender than normal. And I had just done a little bit more than I should have. And my body was like, no, you're not, no, we're not, we're not doing this. So, but they're like, do whatever you want. You want to camp out in the living room? Go right ahead. And I was like, I said to Zan, I said, well, we don't get much family time like this anymore. We do get some, but Christina's married. So, we don't get to do stuff like this anymore. So it was really special to be in there and have an electric fireplace and putting on the Santa Claus movie. And so she said to me, she goes, I thought it was Christina wrapped up like an Eskimo, in the living room. I was like, no, it was me. And I was just like, Josh, like, I am not waking her up. Let her sleep. Hi, Sanja. How are you? How are you doing? And again, if you're coming on in and you're interested in participating, we are doing a cookie collaboration. So if you would like to send in a cookie recipe, here's the form to do it. You do not have to have you don't have to have content on your channel to participate. And just send the recipe over. If you have a picture, you can email it to us. The email is on the form, and we will make a short out of that. And if you've got a lovely story, then you can go ahead and put that with it. If you've got a picture, if it was a recipe that your you made with your mom, and you have a nice little picture with you and your mom, and you want to send that over, then go ahead and send that over. And this is the cookie playlist we have so far. And it's the hashtag Blessed Cookie Connection 24. And then if you, I think for right now, let's see if I unfroze. All right, I'm back. But again, you guys kept talking. That's what I want you to do. If I have issues like that, you just keep talking. Well, my computer decides whether it wants to participate. We'll get through this, guys, one step at a time. Here's the picture Crafty Witch sent. I'll show it to y'all. That is adorable. Do you not see this? Oh, look. What a cutie pie. Wish Mocha would wear clothes, right? That is so cute. That is so stinking adorable. I'm sorry you're struggling. Here's ones for everybody in the chat who needs them. That is so cute. That is so, so cute. She was cold. Mocha won't wear clothes. She doesn't like them. I don't know why. She puts up a fight every time. All right, we're going to take a moment and just thank our channel members. It is never expected. It is appreciated. I did tell everybody that we will be doing 2 members only videos. I don't do those very often, but I just wanted to take an opportunity and thank all our channel members. There will be 2 members only videos. There will be a point in time when I can release them to the public, but it'll probably be next year because YouTube is offering a little something to some of the content creators we're participating in. So they have to be members only videos. So we do have our 2 levels. We have our 99-cent Blessed Disco Ball membership. And we also have our thank you very much. That's the $2.99. And that means that they get videos early before anybody else does. Now we're going to make these 2 videos, and I have 2 posts that are up. Those are going to be for all channel members because it's just a little way we can say thank you. Being a member is never expected. It is appreciated. It does help support the channel, and we're tremendously grateful. So let's take a moment and just thank our channel members.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we have to, who doesn't hurt to listen to all of us. Now, I'm going to try, it probably won't be till next week, but I'm going to try very hard to get some, oh, what is it? There was an airplane that was supposedly bought by Elvis. And there is this whole story about this plane. Unbelievable story if it is all accurate and true. But it's an amazing story about this plane that he bought. But there's a whole story behind it. Kind of would be fascinating. I find the whole thing absolutely fascinating. And somebody said it wasn't, somebody said, well, he may have been working with the FBI. And I thought, well, I don't find that at all out of the norm because he loved the police department and badges and all that kind of stuff. So if I can get all the facts together and understand it all, Josh found it, and understand all the nuances of it, I will try to do that. And all the research together, it may take me a couple of weeks to do that, but I thought that would be a really interesting kind of deep dive in this plane that supposedly Elvis bought, but all the stuff that's coming out behind the plane. And I thought I would bring it to you if I could get all the facts together. I'd love to have the guy on that actually bought the plane, because it's interesting. People have said that it was a forgery, that it wasn't really bought by him, and that whatever it is, but it'd be fascinating to learn all about it. I'm finding the whole thing kind of fascinating to understand it all. But you all heard a couple months ago where there was a company that there was a lady in, I can't forget what city she was in. She's become a little bit famous, and she got a phone call, and she said from Lisa Riley Keough, which is Elvis's granddaughter's, attorney, and said, "Have you ever met Lisa Marie?" And she goes, "What are you talking about?" And apparently, there was a company that forged a notary and all this kind of stuff because they were trying to take Graceland away. They said Lisa Marie owed the money for this whole loan or whatever for, I mean, something like $300,000. It was ridiculous amount of money for what Graceland is really worth. And if it hadn't been for them going to court and everything and being on top of it, they'd have been able to take Graceland. I mean, it was unbelievable. So I'll see if I can get that kind of story and do a whole thing about that too. It just that's not very long, but it was long enough to, I mean, they had to court and had to stop it all, and they found out that it was a company that wasn't wasn't even they were trying to pull fast one over, and they were going to have a chance of losing Graceland because they forged this notary's name. She never met Lisa Marie, and so totally interesting. And those that don't know it, believe it or not, now if I can get this correct, what's his name now? I'm going to forget it. The guy who played in Grease, and I forgot it. John Travolta. Haven't you heard this one? John Travolta and his wife, right, had, I guess after her cancer, could not have any other children. And so Lisa Marie's daughter, Riley, okay, donated one of her eggs. And of course, John Travolta, make a baby kind of thing, right? And then it was, or maybe not, she couldn't have babies or something with cancer or whatever. But anyway, I guess John Travolta's wife carried the baby. So legitimately, Elvis has a grandchild. It's a boy, and they named it Ben. Has a grandchild with John Travolta. That's a fact. And that, it's very interesting to find out that he does through that side of it. But Lisa Marie and John Travolta were very close and very good friends, and so forth and so on. But he does have a grandchild through John Travolta. I know, yep. So that whole thing is related. It's Ben. It's this, I know that his other son passed away, and so Ben Travolta is actually Elvis's grandchild and Riley's. So anyway, he's got another grandchild. I think that's the way it is. I thought originally it was Lisa, but it wasn't. It was Riley. So anyway, but the whole story about the house that almost got sold, that something like $300,000 loan, they were trying to pull a fast one over. But I'm glad. I'm telling you, I think Riley is a tremendous person to be on top. She's gonna carry that legacy, his granddaughter, and she's a smart cookie, that one, and she's going to carry the legacy, and she's on top of it with the whole Graceland and everything. But I figured I try to do a deep dive. I don't know how well I can do it, but we'll try. I just have to get all the facts straight with this whole plane, because unbelievable. It's like I think you could make a movie out of it. I really do. I think when you hear the story, you're going to be like, you could make a movie out of this. So anyway, well, we've been on, like I said, we're going to get on for Christmas Connection. We got it happening tomorrow, and we're going to get on, and we're just going to turn it on, and the computer may decide to exit me out a couple times. It may do whatever it wants to. It doesn't matter. We're going to get on. Now, realize that the times for the Christmas Connection may vary. Right now, I have them all set for 7. but we may alter those depending on the day. But because 2 months ago or whenever I set this whole thing up, I didn't know. It may change. So just go to our channel. You'll see all the lives. Look for tomorrow is going to be day 3, and just see if the time has changed. You'll notice if the time has changed, and then that way you can say, okay, it's changed, and so forth. And I will also put it in the community tab. If the time changes, I will let you all know in the community time changed for day 3 of Christmas Connection or whatever. And then when it's all over, I'll change the thumbnails a little bit. But right now we'll just leave them so we know what day we're on and so forth. But I just hope that everybody's really enjoying having that. This is sometimes a difficult time of the year, but we're just going to have it. We're just going to do the connection thing every day. We're going to turn on the computer and we're going to connect. And then we're going to keep connecting right through it all. We're going to keep connecting and let you all be a part of it. And if my computer decides for me to dip out for a moment, I want you to stay connected in the chat. It is so important, guys. It is so important. So I'm going to say good night. Day 2 is in the can, as they would have said, I guess, in the movies or whatever. So day 2 will be to day 3 tomorrow. If any time change, I will let you know on the community tab. So we got those going. And I will see you all tomorrow. Remember, stay connected. That's why we're doing the Christmas Connection all month long. And if you need anything, reach out. We'll be glad to, if you need anything, or if you want to submit a cookie, get those cookie recipes to me, guys, so we can keep the cookie connection going. I'd love to see it happening all month. And I'd love to be able to put more than one up a day. Right now, I just have enough to extend it past one. So if you got a cookie recipe, get it over to us. Doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be simple and something that may be a specialty one way or another. And if you haven't watched the cookie recipes, go over to the channel and go through, the cookie connections, and go through and watch the recipes that have already happened, and make a comment. Go subscribe to all of those channels that have submitted a cookie recipe. If you haven't already subscribed to them, be a blessing and subscribe to them. It is really, really important. And love the disco balls. We got them up. We got the Christmas going. And thank you all for joining me tonight. Remember, stay connected. We got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. Remember, be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. And I will be sometime this weekend doing a live at some point. We did have some things left over from the craft show that did not sell. So what we will do, we'll set up an auction thing that we can put up. And then that way, if you guys are looking for any kind of Christmas gifts and you want any of the paint pour necklaces, or we have some of the other things that we didn't, that weren't sold, some of the other disco balls and so forth, we can go ahead and arrange that, and then we can work out shipping, and you could just send the funds over through Venmo, and we'll do some kind of auction this weekend for anything that's left over, that anybody who's looking for a Christmas gift. I figured I'd offer that, and then eventually they'll get put on the website. And just real quick, I am working a little bit on the fourth wall store. One thing that we're going to start doing real quick is the connection cakes. I have scrap yarn connection cakes, and they're taking up a lot of room. That's all you see when you go on the fourth wall store. So what I'm going to do is start doing the one top of the connection cake we always have, that the yarn that's available for right now. And then I'm going to do another one where we do scrap yarn, and then that way, if people want to, they can message me and I can send them pictures of what have you, or maybe find a way to put them on the Facebook or something like that. Some way, I'll figure out some way to do it so it's not taking over the whole thing. And so forth. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, well, I'd like to offer it to you all first before we put it on the fourth wall store. And we do have, and I think it was Celebration. If you go to our fourth wall store and type in Celebration, we do have a 10% off discount right now over on the fourth wall store. So anyway, If you haven't hit that like button or subscribe to Blessed to Crochet or so forth, what you waiting for? We all have a lot of fun over here, right? And you guys are amazing disco balls, and we love each and every one of you. So again, remember, be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. And we'll see you tomorrow night, or whenever that is. If I think it'll be at 7 tomorrow, day 3 of Christmas Connection. Have a good night, y'all. Bye bye for now.
So